right, so I told you guys I was gonna do a Spider-Man No Way Home spoiler talk. I wanted to wait until I watched it again. So I watched it again, and you guys already know how I do reviews, all that stuff, man. I'm gonna be jumping all over the place. So bear with me. But I wanna talk with y'all for a second, man. Yo, first of all, it felt damn good going to the theater seeing this because one, I'm pretty sure like the very beginning of the movie, we got to see Charlie Cox back as Daredevil. Now, if you watch the Marvel shows on Netflix, all of them were good. Iron Fist season 1 was a little corny, but I think all of them were good. And I honestly wouldn't be mad if they recast all those characters. I know a lot of people would debate Iron Fist, but me personally, like they all was good. Iron Fist season 2 got a lot better. He wasn't so corny. We got to see Daredevil, aka Charlie Cox, back in this movie, and that is big time because I'm not gonna lie, man, I love him as Daredevil. That was some great seasons they did. So I'm glad that he was in there, and things are gonna be moving forward with that. Let's get to Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. First of all, when they made their appearances in this movie, I'm not gonna lie, I low key couldn't believe it. Like I wanted it to happen, but I low key couldn't believe it because I grew up watching Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and I do like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I think a lot of people don't appreciate his Spider-Man. His Spider-Man was really good. I loved his movies. I know the writing was a little bland, but me personally, as him as Spider-Man, I thought they were good. And like I told you guys, when we did reactions to the No Way Home trailer, we saw MJ, Tom Holland's MJ fall down, and I was like, I said it in the trailer, y'all go back and look at it. I said, what if Andrew Garfield saves her? He saves that MJ because, as you all know, in the second movie of his, he couldn't save his MJ. She died. So that was crazy that I was actually correct on that. Andrew Garfield ended up saving that MJ, and you could just see from his expression on his face, like he sells it so good, like the tears and all that. And then MJ was like, "Are you okay?" Like that was just such a good moment. Like I'm not even gonna lie, like it was crazy. It was crazy. The villains in the movie was good. I'm so glad that the villains actually played a part in this movie. It wasn't just, yeah, I'm a villain and you gotta fight me and blah blah blah. They actually had some meaning to the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie and you already know it, you should be watching it. This is spoiler talk if you ain't seen the movie. So pretty much to sum it up, Tom Holland Spider-Man, he goes to Doctor Strange because everybody knows his identity. And his identity, everyone knowing his identity is messing up his friends, his life. They can't get into college. They're having issues and all this. So he goes to Doctor Strange to have everybody's memories wiped. But as Doctor Strange is doing the spell, he tells him like, hey, can you add this person in, this person in, this person in, and then the spell just goes crazy. So when it goes crazy, all the villains that know Peter Parker got brought into his universe. So that's how the villains end up in the movie. And that's how the Spider-Mans end up in the movie. So it was dope because he captured the villains. You know, they did their villain thing. But then when they were about to send them back, they were going to die. And he couldn't accept that. So he ended up, fighting Doctor Strange, taking the cube away, trying to find a better way. Now, I ain't going to lie. Y'all cried, not me. In the movie theater when, I hate to say it, when she died, when his Aunt May died, that was a sad scene, like I ain't even gonna lie. I low key, when she got hit by the glider, I thought, she's okay, she'll be alright. And then she started doing this, and then she fell, I was like, oh no. And if you ask me, like, I love all the Spider-Man movies. I honestly think this Spider-Man movie is the best Spider-Man movie because it has all three Spider-Mans in it. And it was just that good. When the Spider-Mans made their scene, before I even jump into that, see, I told you I'm all over the place. Now, I did like this one because we got to see a different side of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. After his Aunt May died, we got to see a very angry just angry Spider-Man, like, and that's where it was a dope. So many good moments, man. The dopest scene in the movie to me, I'm not even gonna lie. The dopest scene in the movie to me is when Tom Holland Spider-Man is in his favorite place, and MJ and everybody and the Spider-Mans go to where he's at, and you see Tobey Maguire, you see Andrew Garfield like slide down to him, and then he's just telling him, you got to go back. I'm over this. I'm done. And then you got to see Andrew Garfield Spider-Man talk about how he lost his Aunt May, or his Uncle Ben, and then Tobey Maguire starts talking about how he lost Uncle Ben and he was filled with rage and all this and all that. Like, bro, it was just so heartwarming. That scene was so good. It just doesn't even make any sense how good that scene was. And you got to see the real expression of Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Y'all gotta put some respect on Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, bro. Like, dead ass, he needs a third movie. Like, he got effed over. Like, he for real got effed over. You could just, every scene that Andrew Garfield was in this movie, he killed it. He killed it. Like, especially emotionally wise. With saving the MJ, with talking about how his MJ died, and you could just see it on his face that he loves that character so much. Like, he plays that character so well. It was crazy. And there was another part at the end of the movie when they're fighting the villains, or before they start fighting the villains, the three Spider-Mans are there, and I'm actually glad they addressed this in the movie, because Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, and Tom Holland, they have to make their webs, but Tobey Maguire's webs come out of them. So, it was funny how they cracked jokes like, hey, how does that happen? How'd that work out for you? Like, that was a funny thing. But one of the things that really stuck out to me was when Andrew Garfield they was talking about all the villains they fought, and they're talking about aliens, and then Andrew Garfield said, I fought a lizard, and he was like, I'm lame. He was like, I'm lame. Tobey Maguire was like, no, man, you're amazing. Remember that. You're amazing. That self-talk. You're amazing. Like, bro, put some respect on Andrew Garfield, bro. Tobey Maguire. I grew up watching Tobey Maguire. I loved his Spider-Mans. I honestly went before Tom Holland became Spider-Man, and after it was announced, this is exactly what I said. I don't care who plays Spider-Man. I'm gonna respect all of them as long as they play a good damn character. I love all three Spider-Mans. I think they all play a different role in the universe, in the movies they played in. I respect all three of them. They're all good Spider-Mans. We've got a different version of Spider-Man every time. But this movie for me, man, this Marvel killed it, bro. They killed it. Like, it's no way around it. Like, this is gonna be one of my favorite Spider-Man movies. I'm gonna buy this on Blu-ray. If I was to rank it out of 10, this is definitely getting a 16, because that's how good this movie was. I really can't nitpick anything out of this movie. This movie was really good. I was entertained the entire time. The whole time I was crossing my fingers, I was like, please let Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire be in this movie. Please. And then when it finally happened, I was like, yes. But man, the movie was good. The humor was good. Seeing all three Spider-Man, seeing their emotional side, their fighting side, and them just talking as humans was so dope. And even at the end of the movie, after when they helped Tom Holland, one of my favorite parts of the movie is when Tom Holland was going to work on Green Goblin. Boy, he was beating his ass, and then he took the glider and was about to kill him, and then Tobey Maguire said, he stopped that mug. He stopped it, and then Tom Holland was like, because he knew, and then Tobey Maguire got stabbed, sadly, but he be alright. But one of the moments that stuck out to me, man, was when they all hugged. They all hugged, man. And he was like, I love you guys. And it was crazy, man. Dude, this movie was so good. Just, honestly, I don't see how anybody can say anything bad about this movie, to be honest. This is going to be, I think this is up there with one of the best comic book movies of all time. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. At the end of the movie, we got the song end credits, by the way. If you guys know the answer to that Venom in scene, let me know because I don't really know. Like it sounded like from what was going on that he landed in Tom Holland's universe, and then he got put out, but he left some of that Venom behind. So I think that's what it is. And then the second end credit was Doctor Strange, but Green Goblin was definitely he stood out. William Dafoe is he's A plus, man. He's A plus. All the old original villains was A plus, but William Dafoe definitely stuck out as A plus plus. Like I said, 16 out of 10. I was really entertained by this movie. I love this movie. I'll be buying this movie when it first hits Blu-ray the first day. I think that's about all I have to touch on, man. I want to watch it again for a third time. But let me know what you guys thought about Spider-Man No Way Home. If you have seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And also help me out with that end credit scene if y'all know what it's talking about. I'll catch y'all in the next, man. 100,000 subscribers is growing on time. Let's get it.